Here we have an editor in his natural habitat. He has just about finished his project, looking proud and pleased. There is one.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Crazy Wise Beast to my channel again. Unfortunately, I'm breaking that rule again about talking about politics because the government is trying to make Bill C-11 go through really fast. If you're gonna fight the government, you could do it in a couple of ways I'm gonna give you. You could go to killbillc11.ca, put your first name, your last name, your email address, put in the sign in now. Tell them why you hate Bill C-11. Probably listen to this because it goes directly to the Senate, and the Senate should hear your voice. And if they don't, well, it'll prove the Canadian Senate is more of a puppet show than anything else. But let's just say you aren't wanting to just write just this message to the Canadian Senate. You want to talk to them also in all sorts of channels. Go to the Canadian Senate's email. They go to the Canadian Senate's official phone number. Go to the Canadian Senate's official text line. Go to the Canadian Senate's official social media handles to tell them what's wrong with Bill C-11 and why it should be vetoed and otherwise. And you might be wondering, will Bill C-11 also affect anything else other than just Canadian content creators? One interesting fact I found out about Bill C-11 when I found out the Senate hearings were just putting their recordings into YouTube, and they're gonna affect Disney Plus, HBO Max, Tubi, and any other streaming service, and Amazon Prime. Any services that want to like film in Canada, they already pay like billions of dollars in Canada. They're gonna have to pay an extra billion or so dollars for any sort of like old media legacy industry like Bell, Rogers, Shaw, Telus, any other Canadian service, and they're gonna have to pay them extra money to get a Canadian like access in Canada to film scenes or shots, or to film actors or get writers or other people involved in the Canadian entertainment industry and show them why they're good. They have to pay them extra money. That's basically extortion, and that's going to be discriminatory, and these people will probably opt out of Canada, and Canada will be more of a rich people's country with less cameras. Just that's all it's going to be. And you might be saying, well, that sounds weird. It's true. I mean, if you live long enough and if you have talked to enough people, people will say this is a rich people's country more than it is for the people of Canada. Let me tell you a little fact about government Canada. It will bitch and complain to you when you're doing something that's good and you're trying to fix something, but it'll still whine at you. You're not doing enough and you're supposed to help make this country better. In actuality, you're just wasting their time. They're not helping you to make the country better, and they're just bitching at you. That's what happened to my family when they went into landlords. Wasted years of my parents' life, wasted years of my life just by bitching about making this country better. When every time we asked for help from them, they whined at us. That's just a little life story I want to talk about, that's all. But how about all those social media sites? Will they be affected as well by Bill C-11? Such as Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter now, BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey. For the smaller ones, they'll probably opt out of Canada. Such as Instagram, when it's bleeding out money from the metaverse because Facebook's putting out too much money into the metaverse, it'll just probably opt out of Canada as well because it's not getting enough money to justify its services here in Canada. Probably for like maybe Twitter, and also for definitely for YouTube, they're gonna be putting a special sort of kibosh on us, and they'll not show us Canadian content to people who want to see Canadian content. They'll just be kiboshing us, and it'll be harder for people. So then Canadian content creators will leave Canada. I'm one of those Canadian content creators who cannot leave Canada, so I'm good. Hooray, Trudeau. But how about those people who use those services? Would they not be happy if those services and streaming services and social medias leave? Yes, they will, and they'll find out soon well enough why they should kick blackface Trudeau back where he belongs, in the drama class. Actual black eye this time, instead of a painted over one. I swear Trudeau tries every time to fucking piss off the country. If they truly cared about the Canadian citizen and how they feel, they'll fix the housing, they'll fix the food, they'll fix the fucking healthcare, and they'll fix the gas. That's what they want to see get fixed. They don't want to see their fucking social media fixed. If they want to fix the social media, here's what my pitch would have been. If you're promoting gambling, drinking, or smoking, you're promoting drugs, and you're promoting violence onto women and children and men, if you're doing forced sexual acts against men, women, and children, and animals, if you are promoting violence, such as going to do a mass shooting, and you're posting it all over social media, well, you should be reported to the local officials, and the local officials should deal with you, and they should be dealt with you with a swift hand. But if you're someone who is like going through some sort of mental illness or something, or if you're someone who's doing too much self-harm, you realize it's self-harm, but you don't care for whatever reason, you should be reported to the appropriate authorities. They should come. The police should be there just for backup, just in case you resist or you're trying to escape. They should handle you, and then they should take you to appropriate services that will help you to get over that. If you are actually promoting weapons and human trafficking and animal trafficking, or you're promoting drug trafficking, and you're doing it with the social medias, and you know they can't moderate you, but yet you are Canadian, they found out you are from Canada, they should find you, they should get you, and you should be locked up. But you might be saying, how about Canadian content creators who do none of that and they just fall in line, or they're just, nice people and you do Canadian content? Well, here's this, and this would probably be the most actual effect that Canadian government would probably do if they were going to be nice. They'll shake your hand, they'll take a picture, they'll say, hey, this person did this and such, they're good, follow them, blah, 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 and then they'll tell you to leave because they got 50 other people to do handshakes and photos and say the same thing, so shoot, go, now, boo. That's gonna be probably what it'll probably be like. And also, they'll probably have to do this. If you're a Canadian content creator, and if you are making Canadian content, and let's just say you are having a hard time with some stuff, and let's just say it's video editing, or maybe it's like filming shoots, or maybe it's like writing a script or something like that. They should ask, do you need help? We would like to help you. If you say yes, okay, good, you get help. If you say no, that's still fine, and you could say, well, I think this person I know, he's a Canadian as well. He or she would like to have help. Is it okay if I tell you that instead? And if they say yes, okay, good. If not, alright, still, what can you do? That's what they should do. They should not be going into Canadians' own sort of content and tell them you should watch more Canadian content. You know what make more Canadians patriotic? If you fix the housing and the food and the fucking healthcare and the gas prices. That's what Canadians are asking. They're not asking for the content. That's like 9 or 10 most least fixes. And for those of you who are in the culture war and you're saying, I'll still support Bill C-11, your voice is also going to be taken, dumbass. Get out of the drug of politics and get into silver and become like everyone else, being normal, fair, reasonable people. And realize, druggie, you're going to lose your fucking voice. And if you are a leftist or a conservative, you're going to lose your voice either way. Just get out of the fucking addictionize the drugs of politics. I'm sorry, I'll post another video for you guys about the hero's journey and how you should do the hero's journey, and I'll talk more about that. I'm just gonna go and try to figure out how to do something later. Don't forget to visit the like button. Don't forget to fire the subscribe button on a rocket. Get a cable company for that. Here's my Instagram account. I like the name and keeping it. Here's my Amino. And here's also my Reddit. As well as my art station. Alright, and my anger too.
Let's